Blessed greetings everyone, FoxyRhino here once again, and as promised last time, I'm going to do a top 10 of who I want to see in the next Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo Switch. It hasn't been announced as of yet, but I have a feeling it will be soon. And since it is Halloween, the only thing I can say is what's scarier than outside is what's in here. The foxiest guy on the internet. Distail, D-Stripes. Don't judge me, let's just, let's just move to the top 10 already. At number 10, we have Ray, MK2 or MK3 from Custom Robo. There are many types of Rays, so they would make different alternate outfits. That would be pretty fun to choose. Also, each Custom Robo, that's the game he's from, has 4 parts to choose from other than the main body. Guns, pods, bombs, and legs. And those can easily be incorporated into special moves. And plus, if they decide to do alternate battle moves again, they can just switch out the parts for the different moves. His Final Smash can easily be the Soul Boost ability, a transforming type of Final Smash. Now let's move on to number 9. Coming in at number 9 is Necro Sakuraba from the Nintendo DS game The World Ends With You, a pretty fun action RPG that is not turn-based. Necro Sakuraba uses Psych Pin ability, so he could shoot fire and use healing if he wanted to, all sorts of neat little things. Plus, he can team up with his different friends to perform new and unique types of Final Smashes depending on who he teams up with. Personally, he's a cool looking character, and I think if you haven't played the game, I recommend it, and you'll see exactly why I believe he would be a good fit for Smash Brothers. Almost like how Ness and Lucas are Psy users for the game, he can be one too. Let's move on to number 8. Coming in at number 8 is Vanessa Schneider. Now, what would make her a good fit for Smash Brothers, in my opinion? She wears the Aegis suit. They can give her a Smashified version of it. Each Aegis suit automatically comes with a Palm Blast, which can maybe work like Mega Man's little pew-pew-pews, and comes with different special moves such as lasers, force fields, special enhanced beams, and who knows, since they're different suits, there can be alternate outfits based on them. The Final Smash could easily be one of the ones that give her a temporary invincibility and giant palm blasts. She's very acrobatic and be great for those who love to jump around on the stage. Let's move to number 7. Coming in at number 7 is Katti or Terra from the Lost Kingdoms games. Both of them use something called the Rune Stone to summon monsters from cards. So if you're a Yu-Gi-Oh fan, that would be pretty fun, or a fan of card captors. Each of their moves can be based on the types of monsters that can be brought out of the cards, whether they use them for tilts, smashes, special attacks. Katti is more flowy and elegant, while Terra's more acrobatic. That would be their playstyle. Or maybe they can be an alternate outfit of one or the other, like Olimar is to Alf, and Alf to Olimar. Their Final Smash can be summoning the deity of destruction to wipe out anyone on the field. So let's move on to number 6. Speaking of cards, Callus or Soggy from the Baten Kaido series. These two are completely different characters, so it wouldn't make sense to switch them out as alternate costumes. However, Callus would be a good fit because he has a longsword and punching dagger, which would make for great combos. Soggy is speedy and has a giant katana. Both of them have Wings of the Heart, which would be great for jumping ability. And the different Magnus attacks they use, special moves from the cards, can help them with their special abilities, and their Final Smash can be where they team up with their Guardian Spirit to overpower themselves and wipe out the enemy. So let's move on to number 5. Coming in at number 5 is the poster boy for Castlevania, the whip-wielding Simon Belmont. What would be great is because he would be wielding a whip. All kinds of special tactics could be used for that, as well as edge grabbing when he's about to fall, and maybe grabbing items from a distance. He does have sub-weapons he can use for his other special abilities. Not to mention, alternate outfits could be of the different Belmonts, like Julian Belmont and the others. His Final Smash could be the Item Crash ability, which would be more of an area effect ability. Plus, who doesn't want to do the Belmont strut across the stage listening to Bloody Tears? Let's move on to number 4. Coming in at number 4 is Travis Touchdown from the No More Heroes games. There is going to be a new one on the Switch, and because he's going to be relevant again, it would make sense to have him. He has different types of beam katanas, which are kind of like lightsabers, so they can be used for different types of special attacks. And he is a wrestler in a sense, so maybe he can do something involving that. He loves retro games that can possibly fit into his moveset, and his final smash could easily be him getting into that giant robot from number 2 and just smashing the field. Travis Touchdown may have a foul mouth, but he has a pretty sweet moveset. So let's move on to number 3. Coming in at number 3 is, well, another poster boy for the Tales of Symphonia games and the Tales games in general, Lloyd Irving. Now, I know we already have dual wielders such as Pit and Dark Pit, but they use a bow that becomes 2 blades. Lloyd automatically has 2 blades, which are meant for that specific purpose. He would be more of a medium weight character, and his moves would be based off combos and things of that nature, both special and non-special. Plus, the dual wielding ability would be pretty cool too. He would have a long-range ability with the shockwaves. His final smash could easily be something along the lines of the Falcon's Crest ability. He is a poster boy, and he would do great if Cloud comes into play for a good rivalship. Tails and Final Fantasy. Let's move on to number 2. Coming in at the number 2 spot is the oddball out, but another Final Fantasy representative such as Cloud was for Smash 4 or Wii U and 3DS. Benjamin from Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. He's one of my favorite characters, and I think he and the game deserve a second shot at coming back in the spotlight. Now, why Benjamin? Well, he would be great for beginners since the game is a beginner's level RPG, and then the fact that he has 4 different types of weapons. A Dragon's Claw, great for like grapple hooking and slashing and climbing. A Giant's Axe for powerful hits. Bombs for throwing, and the Excalibur sword for swinging. And he does have a shield if you decide to find it and get it equipped in the game. He has a chibi version of himself. He did appear in Final Fantasy The Rhythm, one of them. And his final smash can easily be where he teams up with one of his cohorts to attack the field, or using the Holy or Flare abilities. Speaking of which, he can use all kinds of magic. So hopefully he gets a chance to come in. He deserves another shot. But before we get to pick number 1, here are a few honorable mentions that could possibly work in the game. Mega Man X and Zero from the Mega Man X series. Sora from Kingdom Hearts. Dracula from Castlevania. Sephiroth or Kefka from Final Fantasies 6 and 7. King K. Rool from Donkey Kong. Shantae the Half-Genie Hero. Sans and or Papyrus from Undertale. Shovel Knight, Shadow, Knuckles, or Tails from the Sonic games. Maybe even Blaze the Cat. Those are all fun picks, and some of them really do deserve it more than others, but nonetheless, these are why they're honorable picks and not my personal favorites to get in. Nonetheless, let's hit the number 1 spot and see why she's my number 1. My number 1 pick is Crystal from the Star Fox series. There's been a lot of debate about her for a long time. She was originally supposed to be in Smash Bros. Brawl, but didn't get the cut because of time constraints. But why would she make sense? Well, for one thing, it's good to have more females in the Smash Bros. Games. She is the love interest to Fox. She's a telepath, has a staff that would be great for combos and long reaches that shoots combustible fireballs, freeze spray, earthquakes, and has a rocket staff recovery great for, well, recovering. Then she has multiple outfits throughout the series and would work very well for the different outfits you can choose from. Her final smash could be anything from flying on a R-Wing or the Cloud Runner Pterodactyl, or using her powers at the max to shoot all of the staff abilities throughout the stage. I know a lot of people debate about it, but she most definitely deserves a spot. She should have been in Brawl, and with this next Smash Bros. Coming out, whether as default or DLC, she deserves a spot, and that's why she, that little blue vixen from Star Fox, is my number 1 pick. And thank you all for listening to my top 10 picks. It took me a while to get what I wanted about it, but these are the ones I prefer. And I very much thank you. I hope you guys eventually like, share, and subscribe more of our videos, because we'd love to do a lot more for you, and who knows, we may be able to answer some questions in the future. Hey, we'll even do some other fun stuff. Whatever gets you laughing, whatever gets you going. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Next time, I am going to be reviewing a Super Nintendo beginner's RPG. I mentioned the character in the list, Mystic Quest for the Super Nintendo. Just remember, may the good Lord keep you. I'm FoxyRhino, and this has been my epic perspective.